My name is Suni. 3 years ago, I worked in an elite international service company. I have so many chances can recruit volunteers from Taiwan and go into service in the countryside. So today I want to share about the community service. Every time I go to the mainland China, Yunnan, the mountainside, my friend will ask me the same question. Is, hey Suni, you're going to the mainland China and you have the ability to recruit the volunteers. Why you didn't stay in Taiwan? Here also have so many people need our help. Why are you going to another place? The time I didn't know how to answer this question, but I know in Yunnan, there's a place I pretty like. In there, I feel I can connecting with the land and I am more easily to talking with the local people. I can share, I can eat, I love to eat the food which is planted by the local people. I can see the food I eat and I can enjoy with the nature. So I believe Yunnan is the place choosing me, let a part of my heart to in the Yunnan, this land. There's one time I talking with a villager. This is the first time I coming to Yunnan. I have a question to land is, your life in here in the mountainside is very wonderful, but did you meet some problem or some situation that you want to change? One of the villager, he's a father. He told me, hey Suni, there's one thing I want to change, which is, I just only planting the potato, and at the end of this year, I selling the potato to the market, but the money I earn, I cannot let my kids, after junior high school, can keep study, can go into the school. I doesn't have this ability to let my kids to go into the school to keep study. So, this is the problem in the village. We cannot earn enough money to let our kids to have the education. And I know, if our kids have the education, maybe he can bring or she can bring the new skill or the knowledge which is the local need and then come back to develop our community. But if he didn't have the education, the truth is the young kids they just only 50 or 60 years ago, they go into the city and then to become labor. And the 2 years, they just only come back for one time. I didn't want our kids doing this way. So if you have any suggestion, can let our kids have the education, please, let's work together. So I told this villager, I say, hey, maybe that we can do this. I have a plan, which is called a cow bank. If I donate one cow to you, and also recruit the volunteers from Taiwan, and to working with you to building the cow's house, after 2 years, the cow will have the baby. The baby you sell into the market, and the money that you earn is for your kids' school free. So it's a very sustainable idea, because if we just only donate one time the school free, if next time we didn't come in or we cannot select the money, your kids cannot go into the school sustainable. So the cow bank it sounds like a very great job, great project. So all of the villagers, they think, yeah, we can join with the cow bank project. So I think, okay. After 2 months, and our group, the Taiwanese volunteers, almost about 20%, that we will come in here again, and let's building a cow house together. So today I want to share about the 3 stories about we building a cow's house together with the villager. The first one that I remember is beautiful him. He is the chief of the villager. Most of the time that we call his name 寨长. 寨长, when the time he sees so many Taiwanese volunteers in front of him, and he told me as a secretly, I said, hey Suni, the Taiwanese, they looking so friendly, but before I watching the TV show, they are our enemy. So I said, wow, they look so friendly. But I also have one thing I want to tell you is I didn't want the volunteers are coming to help me to building the cow house. I told him, why? They are already coming, and they are wish that they can build a cow house together with you. Why you say no? 寨长 is told me, yeah, because until now I realized I didn't have nothing. I didn't have anything. I can feedback. I can return to land. I am a poor people. I didn't have money. They come so far away. They're living in here, and I didn't have nothing can return to you. So I need to say sorry with your help. But I told to 寨长, I said, don't worry, because when the time we recruit the volunteers, we tell them, you're working in the office or you're just only student. All of us, we didn't have the ability to building a cow house. So when the time we go into the mountainside, we need to learn from the local. Who is the cow owner or who is the villager? We need to ask him or her, let him or her to become our teacher. So 寨长 is thinking about, yeah, this is the thing I can do. I say, no, you can do more. You know, in the mountainside, here is 2,700 meters. So how can the normal people like us, we living there, to eat, drinking the natural water, using the outside toilet, or they have so many life skills that we need to learn from the local. So you are the mentor in the mountain. You need to teach them how to building a cow house or how to living here. So 在场 the time he smiled, he said, yes, this is the thing I can do. It's the feedback I can do for the volunteers. So let's walk. The first day we walk, the second day we walk, the third day. Actually, the cow house, we're just only using 3 days that we can build finish. The 3 day, the third day's morning, I wake up a bit earlier. I want to see the sun rays. The time I walk and I see in our cow house, there's a person standing in front, and I walk closer. I know this is 寨长. I say, hey, why you staying here? And what's the feeling that you are now? So he's told me, hey Suni, 3 days is a very short time. I very enjoy into working with you. Now here just only you and me. I want to tell you one more story. Before 20 years ago, I am the teacher in the village. I teach the kids, our neighbor, the knowledge about how to planting the potato and our traditional language. But now the school is moving to the city. I'm not a teacher anymore. But before the 2 days, I find I become a teacher. And the thing I teach the Taiwanese volunteers, which is who am I find you have so many questions to us, like where we come from and how can we live in the mountain, how can we clean the water, and how can we feed our animals. I feel I like the feeling is you like me like a teacher. And this cow house that we built is so wonderful. It is so wonderful. I can see any bridge, and I can remember that who did this. Your volunteer doing a great job. I'm very thankful that you're coming. The second story that I want to share is when the time we're building the cow house, we were inviting more of the neighbor or the kids to come to join. She is a kid living in the village. Her name is Qiao Jie. The first time I see Qiao Jie, I also want to invite. She's coming to join our work, even just only carrying a stone or some not heavy work. But I want to let she can join with us. But it's not success. When the time our volunteer leave the village, the Qiao Jie just only throwing the flower, try to attack with us. I said no, go so far away. So I feel, this is maybe the thing we can do. So when the second time is coming, I didn't get any wonder that she also can join with our work. But my friend Wan Qing, that she take this picture. So you see, her smile is quite sweet. The thing Qiao Jie didn't know in this moment, but in the future she will know, is the cow house that we're building in that time. After 2 years, the cow will have the baby. Her father was selling the cow to the market, saving her school fee. So there's one day, after she keeps studying in the high school, in the university, actually she's already joined his cow bank foundation. He is the one that when the time the cow house building, she already joined it. And she have the right education and to join that. I believe even she was young, but she was going up in this way. And when she going to the social and she start to work, she also want to helping Leonardo have this chance to have the education right. So her name is Qiao Jie. I'm pretty thankful and grateful that she joined our work in this moment to build her future in this time. Most of the time that we were going to the mountainside in the airport, this is our first group arrived. In the June, July, August, they will have the second, third group. In the October, this is our final group coming to this mountain, because in the next year we are going to Leonardo mountainside to build a cow's house. His name is Zheng Hai. Zheng Hai is joined to our, he will join to our every time that we're building a cow house, that he will join with us. There's a one time at night, our group, that we were going to have a group sharing. When the time we have the group sharing, Zheng Hai is passing one of the testing paper to me. The testing paper, I looking very carefully because at night it's pretty dark, so I need to very close and then to see very carefully about what the testing paper is writing about. There's one thing that make me feel wow, it's wonderful. Is Zheng Hai, his son. I remember before 4 months ago, the first time I come into his home to building a cow house. His kids, the maths grade is not very good. Zheng Hai told me, yeah, he's worried about even that we're building a cow house to saving the money to his kids, but maybe his grade is not enough to apply for a better high school. But after 4 months, I see the test paper. I know, wow, Zheng Hai, it's wonderful that you show me this paper, because your kids, the math grade is 98 points. So I think, wow, it's wonderful. So Zheng Hai told me, yeah, after you're coming, my kids is totally changed, because he's more thinking about the future. Now he also tell me that he have a dream is in the future. After he studied back from the university, he want to be a teacher in the village. As a father, I feel this is a stupid idea because you cannot earn the money to be a teacher in the village. But I am so proud of my son. He have this dream and he want to come back home. As a father, I want to create a very good environment for my kids. Can have an education, and when the time he growing up, he come back, he feel here is his home. The last thing is, every time that I back to Taiwan, I was missing the time to be a volunteer in Yunnan. Every time I looking at the paper, looking at photo that we take in the Yunnan, that every one of the paper, I'm smiling. I don't know why, but in Yunnan, I look like very happiness. Finally, that I know the reason is in the time we're doing the volunteerism and doing the community work. we are very easily to contact with the another person. In Taipei, if I take the metro system, it's not possible like talking with the person sitting around me. But in Yunnan, I am so open-minded. I can ask the villager, no matter it's Zhenghai, Qiaojie, I can ask him or her so many questions that I want to know, and I can make friends and working together with them. The another thing is, I didn't afraid. I was fair. If the break I do very terrible, the villager come to tell me, you did not right. Yeah, I say, okay, you teach me. How can I become better? And then we work together. I didn't fail fair. So I remember the time in Yunnan, I always feel smile and I feel happiness. So this is the reason I want to go back there in Yunnan again and again. There's a one time I asking the villagers, say, I already coming here for 3 years, already building 13 cow house in here. I feel I'm a part of Yunnan. So is that possible I living here? The villager, Yu Dage, he told me, Suni, I'm very grateful that you're thinking about that, but you are not belong to here. You are not living in here. Here's a mountainside is 2,700 meters. Every time you come here, you just only spend a short time. It's not possible for normal people like you to spend 1 year or all your times in here. Because where you come from, you need to come back there. I understanding you are a person, you always smile. You have ability, can connect each others. Let our villager, my neighbor, feel comfortable. Let the volunteers by your side, they can always try to learn something from the local. I know you have an ability. And why you come here is you need to learn how to do the community work. You need to know where is your hometown. Suni, did you bring a better yourself? Did you bring a better life? Did you growing up with a better person? When the time you're getting off of the mountain, Suni, you need to back your home. So this villager told me. Why community service for me? Why I need to go so far away, go to Yunnan? Actually, the reason is quite simple. Because this is the way I back home. Now, I realize all the things happening in Yunnan, all the things I learned from the local is teach me how can I learn from the place, my motherland, Taiwan. So it's not hard. Actually, it's not hard. Community service is a way to let us come back our home. Start from the time Yu Dage asked me, hey, Suni, you cannot live in here anymore. You need to back your home. I started using my weekend to apply with the volunteers in Like It Formosa. If you have friends or you want to know the Taipei, the walking tour, then I can guide you to let you to understand in Taipei our history, our culture, our building, our local people living style. So I realized the community service, this is the way let me feel free to connecting with another person, to learn from the local, to understand how's the local, the beauty they are. Now, I spend most of my time to working in Taiwan, in travel in Taiwan, to understanding about how we special. My name is Suni. I'm Taiwanese. And I want to build my own community in Taiwan. This is my speaking. Thank you so much.